So hi to everyone, myself Fowjiya. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Technology. So today I am going to handle the topic of Introduction to Data Science. So before going to know about this data science, we have to know about these things. The first is what is data, what is big data, and what are the challenges we are facing on that. Next, we are going to see about the introduction of your data science. So why we have to learn this data science, and we are going to learn about who is this data scientist. So these are all the topics we are going to cover in this chapter. So, before going to know about this data science, we have to know what is data first. Data is nothing but it is a raw input what we are giving to the system or to somebody. That is called as data. Here, how this data is being processed, we know already that by knowing your computer science, engineering and all those stuffs. Here we are going to learn perfectly on why this data science is evolved. That is, we are going to learn about the history of data science. So to know about this history of data science, we have to know about what is data all around. That is, what are all the data we are having all around us. That is, the lot of data is being collected that can be collected in the way of your web data, by using your e-commerce, by using some sort of a financial transaction. That is, you are transferring the amount to your friends or to your colleagues or to your family members. That is also a type of data. If you are doing any sort of credit transaction and bank transaction, that is also a data. If you are doing any sort of online trading and purchasing, that is also a data. If you are doing any sort of a reels, or if you are giving a like to a reel, is also a data. You just imagine how much of data is available in this universe. We are a single data in our universe, right? So you just imagine this entire data for a second. So if we are combining everything as a data, we have to process for some sort of a knowledge, right? For doing those things, we are going to learn about this data science. So how much data we have? So I have told you some of the examples, that is, we are using in e-commerce, we are using in banking transaction, in social networks and etc. But to be frank, we have to know for each and every second how much of data we are using, right? The Google processes 70 petabyte of data. What does mean by petabyte? Petabyte is, it is 1 million of gigabyte is your petabyte. 1 million of gigabyte, that is GB is your petabyte. You just imagine, for a day, a Google is processing 70 petabyte of data. Facebook is having 90 TB, that is, yeah, terabyte of data for a daily logs. What is called as daily logs? For example, how much people are signing in, that is called as data, just signing in. That is, for one day, 90 TB of data they are using. You just imagine how we are, in which era we are living. That is, we are living in era of data, right? So next is eBay. It is a platform, online platform, you know that. 6.5 petabyte of user data they are having, and they are processing 50 TB of data per day. You just imagine a single platform, online platform, if you take Flipkart, Amazon or Meesho, whatever maybe if you are taking, more to this equal they will be processing. Okay, so next about the projects, healthcare projects or whatever projects, they are using 200 terabyte of data. Everything is for a single day. You just imagine, if you consolidated everything, it will go about your exabyte. Exabyte is 1000 million of petabyte. So if we want to process these data, we should have a technological innovation. We should have a technological transfer. That's why we are learning about this data science. So world of data, this is one of the image. Here you can see that data consumed by Google, that is of 2 million data is consumed by the Google here, and data per day processed by Google is 24 petabytes is here. You are doing 50 million of tweets tweets. You have a Twitter, right? So per day 50 millions of tweets are going on, and in Facebook, if you are using Facebook, 700 millions of likes and process are going on. If you consolidate these things, it's unimaginable, right? If you want to process the Facebook data for one day, you just imagine you have to process 700 billion of data. Is it possible to work with your computer what we are having today, with the process what we are having today? It is impossible, right? So that's why there is an evolution called as a data science to process the huge amount of data. So next, we are going to know about this topic called as big data. What is this big data? That is, I have told you about, if you are giving one data 100 or 200 data, it is easy to process by a single computer system, or it is, if you are giving 1 million data also, it is possible. But as we have seen, we have this much of data for one day. Is it is possible to process for one sector. If you take a Twitter, if you take a Insta, if you take a Facebook, it is not possible, right? So this type of huge amount of data. For example, you take this Meesho. For one day, if it is a big billion days offer, if it is going on in Amazon, Flipkart or Meesho, whatever maybe. So if you process for one day, it might be of petabyte of data. Maybe you can take 10 petabyte. It is not able to process. If you want to do any sort of extract any sort of knowledge, that is analysis or production, it is not possible. So that's why we are going for this data science. So before going to know about this data science, we have to know the term called as big data. What is called as big data? The huge amount of data is called as your big data. Normally the smaller amount is called as your data. If that is a huge volume, huge velocity and a huge variety of data, that entirely is called as your big data. So normally, do you think the big data is depend only on the size? It is 1 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 petabyte, 1 exabyte? No, it is not. The big data is not based on the size. The big data is based on time, diversity and distribution. The big data is based on time, diversity and distribution. What does it mean is how much of time it is taking for process, how much variety of data it is there, how much distribution it is there. That is, a single data is distributed among various sources. So everything we have to take into consideration. So that is called as your big data. It is not only the volume of data, it is not only the size of data we have to take into account if we call it as a big data. It has to consider these constraints as well, that is time, diversity and your distribution. For example, if you are taking time, analyzing 1 gigabyte of data per day is different from analyzing 1 gigabyte of data per second, right? So if you are processing for 1 second, if you are processing 1 gigabyte of data, so that is also a big data. So based on this time, diversity and distribution, you have to consider your data as your big data. That is also very important. So next, coming to the definition which is given by the IT glossary, big data is a high volume, that is high volume, high velocity and high variety of information. So you might have learned in your previous classes about this, what is big data in your data mining or data warehousing concepts. You know it very well. But here they are defining this big data with this high volume, high velocity and high variety. You have to know what is volume, what is velocity and what is variety, right? Volume is nothing but size, right? Velocity nothing but your speed. And variety is nothing but your how much of information, variety of data are there. That is structured data, unstructured data, semi-quad data, web data, right? So we have variety of data. So all sort of data combines together to get as a big data. Okay, so next, the big data is a high volume, velocity or variety of information that demand cost effective innovative forms for information processing. So I'm saying about data science. So exact need of data science. What does data science means? We have to extract the knowledge from the data. What is the knowledge? What is this data? What is this going to be done? What is the analysis? For example, I'm saying if you are ordering a lipstick from Meesho, okay? So basically, if you see the people from 18 ages to 40 or 55 ages, normally they used to buy this product. If we have variety of lipstick is there, Lakme, and if you have what's that, Blue Heaven, and we have different varieties of lipstick. If a business person want to analyze which type of lipstick is going on more for the sale, that can be assessed using your data science. If 10 of the person is getting Lakme and 20% is getting what's that, Blue Heaven, it is okay. That we can calculate manually or do any sort of process, Excel process or any programming process. You know that Meesho, it is of large of volume. Per day, you can go for 1 million of users can also buy this Lakme for a day. It is also possible if it is an offer, right? So if they have to take the knowledge that which product is sales more, has been sales more, that can be done using your data science project, data science. Okay, so this is what your big data definition is of. Next, so I have told you that velocity, volume and variety, right? So volume is your size, as I have told you, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte and your petabyte. Coming to velocity, velocity is your speed, time, that is your periodically it will process or near to real time it will process or real time data. For example, your climatic changes, satellite communication data, everything is your coming, that data is coming under your velocities, right? So next is your data variety. We have variety of data. That is your mobile application data, your images, your videos, your database, audios, your SMS, social, technical data and marketing data. So we have variety of data here. Okay, so this is one of the diagrammatic representation which says about the volume, time and your variety. So coming to what are all the types of data I have told you. See, we have relational data, text data, semi-structured data, graph data, social network data, streaming data. So we have variety of data. See here, this is your terabytes. You know that we have only in database. You have to know about database, which is storing a huge amount of data. You know about that. So after that, coming to 2000s, so we have petabytes of data, large amount of data. So after 2010, you just see about your social media and all those. It is Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter and all those stuffs. We are having a exabyte of, that is, exabyte is nothing but it's more than of your petabyte. Petabyte is 100 million of gigabyte. It is going to 100 millions of petabytes, could be an exabyte, right? So see about how much of data it is processing. So if we want to take the process of Instagram per day, it will be of 1 petabyte. That is 100 million of gigabyte we have to process. Is it easy to process with a simple system? It is not. So that's why we are going for this data science. Okay, these are examples of your data. So we have web-based data, semi-structured data is nothing but your any sort of programming, unstructured data is images, videos and everything, right? So what we usually do with this data? What we usually do? Why we are going for data science? We are having data, we used to process. So what are the process we used to do? The one is your aggregation and statistics. We used to search, we used to index, we used to ask the data and we used to mine the data, right? So we used to extract the data, we used to visualize the data, we used to process the data, right? So using this data, we used to do all those things, okay? So this is one of the statistics what I have known so far is, see, the success job in next 10 years will be statisticians. That is, data science engineers will be the bestest job in next 10 years. Next, see, the US will need 1,40,000 to 1,90,000 predictive analysis manager by 2031. That is, they are in need of this data science engineers and its data science concepts. You just look upon the social media alone, the Facebook, Instagram, or any sort of online shopping. You just look about this. For one day, they are processing this much. To process all those, to extract the knowledge from them, we have to know about this data science. See how much demand is there. So, new data science institute has also been created. Okay. So, new degree program is also there. So, you just try to know about the importance of this data science. Next, coming to this data science. Do you think data science is a tool? It is not. Do you think data science is a big data or machine learning? It is not. We are going to see what is data science here. It is an area where it manages, manipulates, extracts and interprets a knowledge from tremendous amount of data, What is this tremendous amount of data? Big data. Okay. What it is doing? It is managing, that is the saving, and it is doing all the process. Manipulating is doing all the process. It will manage and it will also process and it will also extract the information. What is that information? As I have told you already, if there is an offer for a lipstick for few brands, for one day, how much sales have been gone for each brands? How can you do this? By doing this analysis with this tremendous amount of data you have got from the Meesho. So that process can be done by using this data science. Okay. So next, data science is a multidisciplinary field of study with goal to address the challenges in your big data. So if there's large amount of data, we have some sort of such challenges to process it. So to overcome this, we have created a new trend and technology called as your data science. So next, here what's the thing is, this data science is not only deal with your computer science or coding. It deals with your mathematics and also it deals with your statistics. That is also you must know. Okay, this is just an introduction. For the forthcoming classes, we can know about how it is involved in your mathematics, how it has been involved in your statistics and everything. Okay, so data science is a study of data to retrieve the meaningful insights. Insights is nothing but your knowledge and make better decision. What is this decision? For example, I have told the same example. If multiple people are giving an offer to a one product, just like your lipstick. Okay, so which lipstick has been sold very fast? So that is the knowledge, insight they have taken. If that particular brand is not sold, what? We will do some sort of an extra offer or we will be giving a combo offer. That is a decision. Right? So that can be done by using this data science process. Ma'am, how it is processing, that we can learn later. But you try to understand. These are all the things we can done by using this data science. Okay, so data science is the study of data to derive the meaningful insights and make better decisions. So it uses a variety of methods including your statistics, programming and machine learning. What we have seen in the earlier side, that is computer science, mathematics and statistics, right? The same here including statistics, programming and your machine learning. Okay, so what is this? For example, one example. From the huge raw data of a company, what the data science can help the following question. It will help to answer, what do customer want? How can we improve our service? What will be the upcoming trend? How much stock they need for upcoming festival? Everything they can know. For example, I have told you, right? about this Meesho, you are giving the offer to the lipsticks. So using this data science, they not only know about how much of product they have sold, but they can also able to know what the customer want. How can they improve their service? If it is not sold, how can they improve it? What will be the upcoming trends? That is, if another person is giving two combo, yes, you can find it using your data science. How much stock they need. If it is not, stock is not available, it is also able to process it. Okay, so why it is important is it is helps in business for decision making. Yes, it is which is the product which is sold for long time, and all those tips we can, it is used in business and improves efficiency. If we know our business tactics and their knowledge about a particular product, if we improve our service, absolutely it will go for your improves your efficiency. Next, it personalize the experiences. For example, what does it mean is customized experience. You might have seen in your general mobile, if you are searching any sort of cloth or saree in your Google, it will reflect in your Facebook as well as in your Instagram. How it is? That's using your data science. Okay, the next predicts the future. Absolutely, it will predict the future. It is not for us, but for the data, and it drives the innovation. Yes, absolutely, it will drive the innovation, which means it will create new innovation to improve their products, and it also benefits the society by knowing getting the insights, that is knowledge from the data, and to improve their products, whatever they are doing, right? So this is how this data science is important. So this is one of the picture I have given here. See, in which statistics, visualization, databases, data mining, artificial intelligence, neurocomputing, pattern recognition, statistic, machine learning, in every area your data science plays a major role. Okay, so in mathematical, computational geometry, optimization, scientific computing, and machine learning. If you're going for computer science, databases, distributed computing, data structures and algorithms, software engineering, machine learning, banking. So these are some of the few areas where your data science is being used. And coming to the second part of this chapter, data scientist. Okay. I have told you that the sexiest job of 21st century is your data scientist. What they will use to do? They used to find the stories and extract your knowledge. What is knowledge? It is not our knowledge, our intellectual. The information about the data. That is how it is processing. More than that, what is an analysis based on the processing. That is a prediction based on the processing. Okay, it will predict that. I have told you about lipstick, right? So if one brand is not sold properly, that can be gained by using this data science. Okay, you have gained that this product is not sold properly. Next step, what you have to do? You have to improve your sales process by doing some sort of a strategies, right? So that can also be done by using your data science. So these are all the things that can be done by using your data scientists. They used to process your data, they used to analyze your data, they used to get the knowledge from the data, and they will help you to improve your business or whatever maybe. So role of data scientist is, they are not a coder. First you have to know they are not a developer, but they will be working directly responsible for all sort of data processing. Okay, if you are doing any sort of a project that could be of full stack development or whatever maybe, you need developer, you need tester and all those stuffs. So if you want to analyze a big data, you need a data scientist. Okay, so here data science is considered as a discipline. Discipline is a branch of study where data scientists are the practitioners. Practitioners means they are just like a teachers, lecturers, to know about all the information. Okay, so data scientists are not directly responsible for all the process, but without data scientists there is not a data science process, that you have to know. Okay, so next, skills of data scientists. So what are the skills? They have to possess, they have to be collaborative, they have to be skeptical, that is skeptical in the sense they have to be more knowledge about that particular data. They have to be with more knowledge about that particular data what they are using, that is called as skeptical. They have to create hypothesis, then is they have to be technically strong, and they have to know about some of the mathematics as well, because in the previous slide we have seen this data science is mingled with your programming, that is your computer science. It is also mingled with your quantitative analysis, that is your mathematics, right? So that's why the data scientist should know about this maths, algorithms and your statistics. Okay, so next we are going to see about different types of data scientists. Here, according to the Microsoft research, we have data analyzer, polymath, data evangelist, data preparer, data shaper, platform builder, moonlighters, insight actors. These are some of the designations or some of the roles that can be taken by this data scientist. You just imagine how much of designations are there inside this data scientist, right? So I hope you will be a data scientist in future if you are interested in this. So they are not a computer scientist, data scientist, but they have to know about database, data structures, algorithms. They are not a mathematician. Of course, they are not a mathematician. They are not a statisticians. They are not a domain experts, but they will be processing the data. Okay. So normally what they do is they will, by analyzing the data and by security is also one sort of data science process. It will give you a national security, they will help in cyber security, they will help in business analytics, they will be help in engineering, they will be helping in healthcare, they will be helping in e-commerce, financials and everything. Okay, so this is a summary. What I am going to say now is introduction to data science is based on the big data. So we are not that much capable in some era to handle this big amount of data. So coming to the technological innovations and this technological era, what we have done is we have gone through this data science. Okay, to handle this big data, we have gone through this data science. To data, we have learned about different types of data, that is what are the types of data, that is your image data, audio, video, everything we will be called as your unstructured data, and other data rather than this called as your structured data. Okay, so to handle all those types of data in a large volume, we need a data science, and we need a data scientist as well to handle those. So thank you for listening to this class, and hope it is very useful for you. I will see you in next class with the continuation of data science process. Thank you.